As all of we know that analog to digital converters are among the most widely used devices for data acquisition systems. Digital computers use binary values, but in physical world, everything is in analog form. So, as a part of microcontroller, its applications, this course in chapter 2, we will be talking about some of such devices which are useful in real world applications like ADC, DAC, relays, then DC motor, stepper motor, and many more. So, as a part of that section, here in this session, we will be discussing about ADC interfacing with 8051. As a objective, we will be having first of all ADC 0804, a small kind of a review and outline, then step size calculation, interfacing, then most popular general purpose ADC used in many applications, 8 channel ADC 0808 or 0809, and accordingly the pin functions, how exactly it works, and the sample program used to interface ADC with 8051. So these are some of the say small kind of points which we will be discussing in this particular presentation. So all of we know that as far as ADCs are considered, its role is for the conversion purpose. When we measure physical quantity like temperature, pressure, humidity, velocity, or any other in real-time applications, so it is to be converted maybe in the form of voltage or current. It is measured in the electrical signal. It is converted by transducers or respectively the sensors, and this converted quantity is to be digitized, because if you want to process it with our computers or intelligent devices, computing devices, then definitely we need it in the digital form. So for that purpose, intermediate converter is nothing but ADC. So we need analog to digital conversion to translate that analog signal into digital number or digital kind of a pattern which we are interested in. Then only microcontroller can read it and process further. ADC 0804 is one of the such popular ADC which is useful in the from the family of ADC 0800 series from National Semiconductor. It is also available by other manufacturers. It works with plus 5 volt and has a resolution of 8 bits. The conversion time varies accordingly. uh, Conversion time is the most important figure of merit as far as ADCs are considered. Based on the parallel ADC or serial ADC, we have to get that binary data out, and the label or the voltage label and the number of bits. These two facts are going to decide how exactly is conversion taking place. As far as rate of conversion time is considered, in case of 0804 ADC, it is decided by two pins, clock R and clock in pin. We are going to connect one externally RC, and that RC value, R is 10 kilo ohm and C is 150 picofarad, is going to give you approximately 110 microseconds kind of a conversion time. Uh, See here, just clocking pin is connected to the external clock source, and if it is using internal, then it is called as a self-clocking kind of operation. Here we are using external, so it is going to give you, as per this mathematical relation, frequency is equal to 1 upon 1.1 RC, the respective conversion time. So if C is 150 picofarad and R is 10 kilo ohm, then it gives you approximately 606 kilohertz frequency, and the conversion time is 110 microseconds. As far as voltages are considered and other pins, chip select is there, which is a very important pin, active low input used to activate ADC 0804. Then read pin, this is the input signal which is active low. ADC converts the analog input to its binary equivalent and holds it in the internal register, and RD is used to get converted data out from that chip when chip select is going to become 0. If high to low pulse is applied to RD pin, then the output pins D0 to D7, these pins will provide you the converted data. Right pin, it is generally called as a start of conversion pin. So this is an active low input used to inform ADC to start the conversion process. If chip select is 0, then write makes the low to high transition and ADC 0804 starts converting the analog input value of Vin to 8-bit digital number. Now as far as this conversion is considered, so here is the significance. So reference voltage and Vin input, the pin is V reference by 2. This pin is open, it is not connected, then analog input voltage is in the range of 0 to 5 volt, and if it is having some specific as per your requirement voltage levels, then V in is to be set accordingly. So this table is showing what are the values associated with V in and V reference by 2, and accordingly the step size in millivolts. So if it is not connected, then you are getting 0 to 5 full, 5 divided by 256 approximately 19.53. If it is to be 2, then it is used in the range of 0 to 4 exactly. So therefore it is 4 divided by 255, 15.62 approximately. If it is 1.5, V reference by 2 is nothing but V in is 0 to 3 volt range. So 3 divided by 256, 11.71 is the step size. If it is 0 to 2.56 V in, then step size is 2.56 divided by 256 is 10 millivolt, and appropriately V reference by 2 is 1.28. If it is 0 to 2, V in is 0 to 2, then step size is 2 divided by 256, 7.81, and approximately V reference is definitely 1. And for 0.5 volt V reference by 2 value, definitely V in will be 0 to 1, and 1 upon 256, it approximately gives you 3.9 as a step size in millivolts. Now D0 to D7 digital data output pins, tri-state buffered. The converted data is accessed only when CS is equal to 0 and RD is forced to 0. High to low transition takes place. Then for calculation purpose, Vin divided by step size is the value at D out. It is a digital output in decimal. Actually, it is considered, and Vin is the analog voltage. Its converted value is available on D out. Step size is the smallest change, which is nothing but the resolution of that particular ADC. Analog ground and digital ground. There are two input pins providing ground for both analog signal and digital signal separately. Analog ground is connected to ground of the analog V in, while digital ground is connected to ground of the VCC pin. Now we have two ground pins is to isolate analog signal from transient voltage caused by digital switching of the output D0 to D7, so as there will not be any mixing. Such isolation is definitely going to improve the performance in terms of the accuracy of the digital data output. Both are just connected to the same ground in some cases. In the real world data acquisition, these are handled separately. Now conventional, these are the steps which are followed. So first of all, you have to make CS0 and send low to high pulse to pin right WR, or it is nothing but the start of the conversion. Then monitor INTR pin. If INTR is low, then the conversion is finished. We can go to the next step. If INTR is high, keep polling until it goes low. So after INTR has become low, we make CS is equal to 0 and send high to low pulse to the RD pin to get data output of ADC 004. So this is a connection diagram, general connection diagram. The speed at which analog input is converted to the digital output depends upon the speed of the clock input. That also you have to remember. In general, ADC 0804 as far as datasheet is considered, typical operating frequency is 640 kilohertz at 5 volt. So you can get approximately, and frequencies since you can use a D flip-flop in between so as to divide the frequency, and you can get with the conversion with a number of in between flip-flops, and at some low operating frequency also you can work. So this is just the consideration as far as clock source is considered. Then you have here as shown is at the output you can connect either LCD or LED D0 to D7 pin to observe the digital value, and WR and INTR in coordination with CS they are going to work. and RD. So in general, if you go through the pin structure of 0804 ADC, you can see here one by one like how these pins are connected. What is the significant say role of the respective pins. Connection wise, here you can see any port you can use. For example, here just for the illustration purpose, uh, just we have taken port 2 for 2.5 for read bar, 2.6 for write bar, P1.0 to P1.7 port 1. All these 8 data lines are connected to D0 to D7. P2.7 is INTR and VCC clear, CLKR, CLK in, V in plus, V in minus, ADC pins. They are externally connected. They are not directly playing any role in the interfacing with 8051. So 8051 interfacing is you can see RD bar, write bar, INTR and data bus, that is D0 to D7 to the appropriate selected port. Now step size is, as already I mentioned, from number of steps. N bit ADC, the number of steps 256 and step size is with 5 volt voltage specification 5 divided by 256, 19.53. N bit ADC, say number is 10. So there are 8 bit ADCs, 10 bit ADCs, 12 bit ADCs, 16 bit ADCs, better resolution, better accuracy. So we have N bit ADCs, different chips available from various manufacturers. So accordingly the step size is also varying. Say for example, in case of 10 bit ADC, number of steps are 1024, 2 raised to 10. So these are the steps possible, digitized conversion criteria accordingly. And 5 volt standard voltage just I have considered here in this particular table. So for example, if it is a 16 bit, then you get 65536 number of steps. So 5 divided by 65536, that is 0.0676, is a very small size as far as step size is considered in millivolt. So this is available and possible. Now if we see the conversion purpose, how many channels? So 0808 or 0809, these are the two popular say rather single one, very equivalent kind of a chip. So that we are taking into account here. For example, it is again from National Semiconductor, and ADC 0804 has only one analog input, single input. This chip has 8 like here 0808 is with 8 inputs. 0808 or 0809, it allows us to monitor up to 8 different analog inputs with only single chip, and 8 data output, same as 0804. We're supposed to select the particular input, and for selection purpose we have options. So there are 3 address pins A, B and C. They are multiplexed, and accordingly the input channel is selected with the 8 possible combinations 000 to 111. So here you can see if it allows to monitor up to 8 different transducers at a time using only single chip. At a time one will be considered. So once the roll is over, second one may be considered, and accordingly. So 8 data output just same as 0804, but input combinations you can get total 8, IN0 to IN7. In the table you can see you have to configure ABC 3 bits, appropriate channel will get selected. So it is called as 8 channel ADC configuration. So here is the view. Ground, clock, VCC, D0 to D7 same data output, IN0 to IN7, these are 8 channels, input channels. There is a start of conversion, end of conversion, output enable, ALE address latch enable, and C, B and A. So from A to C, LSB is E. You have address selection for the respective input channel. Just see the pin diagram, general pin diagram I am showing, not one to one. We have not shown here the interfacing, just which are the pins available. So IN3, IN4, IN5, IN6, IN7, these are the 8 out of IN0 to IN7 pins, left side and right side 28, 27, 26. So IN0 to IN7, these are the 8 pins. Here left side you can see pin number 6 is a start, 7 is EOC, Then data output pins, instead of D0 I am labeling it in accordance with power of 2. So we have up to 2 raised to minus 7. So here you can see at pin number 8 there is 2 raised to minus 5. Then pin number 9 is OE. Then pin number 10 is clock. Pin number 11 is VCC. Pin number 12 is plus V reference. Then ground, pin number 13. Then pin number 14 is 2 raised to minus 7. So respectively D7 pin. Pin number 15 is D6, 2 raised to minus 6. Then there will be pin number 16, that is minus V reference. 2 raised to minus 8, that is LSB. Then 2 raised to minus 4. Then 2 raised to minus 3, 2 raised to minus 2, 2 raised to minus 1. We are not taking 2 raised to minus 0. So from 2 raised to minus 1 to 2 raised to minus 8. These are 8 pins MSB to LSB. Nothing but out 1 to out 8. So total 8 pins are there. And ADD-A, ADD-B and ADD-C. These are 3 address pins for selecting the respective channel. So this is altogether the 28 pin diagram of ADC and associated function. So we mentioned as a part of our session what are the pins and respective function. So this is an overview. Then if we want to interface ADC conventionally with microcontroller, people are preferring LCD so as to observe the converted output. So that's why just I have shown a small diagram where VR1, VR2, VR3. These are the 3 say inputs we are taking to ADC instead of ABC and reference voltage. In terms of reference voltage I am speaking. So therefore I have shown here VR1, VR2, VR3, and appropriately there will be connection between ADC and 8051, and then it is given to the LCD if you want to observe the respective output. So that is available. These are some of the standard steps which we follow whenever we use ADC in any application, not necessarily this particular or that particular. So here is the summary. So first of all, you have to select analog channel by providing bits to A, B and C addresses. Then you have to activate ALE pin. It needs to be from low to high pulse to latch in the address. Then there will be active startup conversion. You have to activate it by an H12 pulse to initiate conversion. Then you have to monitor end of conversion to see whether conversion is finished. And then you have to activate output enable, that is OE, to read data out of the ADC chip. H12 pulse to the OE pin will bring digital data out of the chip. So one by one you have to choose ABC, what exactly you want to give. First of all select that, then activate ALE, then activate SC, then monitor EOC, activate OE, and once everything is over, automatically INTR will also go to low, and definitely you will get the converted output. So selecting proper the analog channel and doing the conversion is the main mechanism involved as far as ADC operation is considered. No, nothing else. It is there is no self clocking. Clock must be provided from the external source in case of 0808 or 0809. So from 11.059 to our crystal frequency, you can have appropriately whatever conversion time you want, and you can divide it using D flip flop in between number of flip flops, and you get appropriate frequency. If general program, if we want to write as far as common logic is considered, so just I have shown here the steps, generic steps. So in the beginning, first of all, you have to initialize what connections you want to make with 8051. Say for example, ALE bit we have to connect, that is ALE pin, then OE pin, SC pin, EOC pin, and address A, address B, address C pins. So these many connections compulsorily you have to make. So for example, I am using here port 2 for connection purpose, and my data will be on the port 1. So I have shown here pin by pin, like P2.4 I have connected to ALE, P2.5 I have connected to OE, P2.6 I have connected to SC, P2.7 end of conversion, P2.0 is address A, P2.1 is address B, and P2.2 is address C. And these are the 3 plus 4, total 7 pins I have used, excluding P2.3. Rest of all 7 are needed as far as interfacing with 8051 is considered. Data may say, in general, suppose I am giving the name as my data and EQU directive I am using, and that will be assigned to port 1. Now org0h, if we are starting, say for example P1 port, we want to take it as an input. We are going to take input on that P1 port, so you have to make it compulsorily all bits first of all 1. So therefore here instruction is move my data comma hash 0ffh. So make it all ones. Now first thing is make EOC as input, end of conversion. So set B EOC in the beginning we are doing, then afterwards we will be making it that transition we are going to observe. Clear ALE, so clear ALE, clear SC, clear OE. So address latch enable clear, start of conversion clear, and output enable clear. And now start. Now first of all make A, B and C. Suppose whatever you want. If you want 0 channel, then I have made it 0 0 0. If you want some other, you can give the setting from 0 0 0 to 1 1 1. Any setting you can give. So here I have written CLR address C, CLR address B, CLR address A. So meaning is A, B and C. All the three are going to become 0 0 0. So let them retain that particular state. So for that we need some sort of a say time, and that time is to be provided by a program also, and that's why I am calling here a small routine, that is equal delay. Then set B ALE. Now you make ALE 1, again call delay, wait for a moment, then set B SC, that is start conversion, set it to 1. Set B is going to make the signal 1, then equal delay, and now clear ALE. After some time you have to clear ALE and clear SC. Once the conversion starts, there is no need, you clear that. Now jump if bit set. Which bit? We are observing EOC. So what you have to observe is end of conversion. Unless and until end of conversion is not there, you remain in the loop. Wait until it is done. So this is very very important. You go on doing that. Then it is your end of conversion. Jump if not bit set, jump it if bit set, and jump if not bit set. So you have to look after continuously, you monitor and then come down. Now enable RD. So for that purpose, first of all set B output enable, again call delay, small delay, then move whatever is your real-time data in my data to accumulator, clear output enable. Now again low down clear RD, that is read bar we have, so therefore high to low transition and equal conversion. So here we want to get the converted data, so hex to ASCII, that pattern we want to display on LCD. So for that purpose it is hex to ASCII conversion routine you can call. For that you can use LCD program in between, you have to use rather, and then that conversion program will display. For display purpose there will be one more routine from LCD. So two programs additionally we will need, hex to ASCII conversion program and for display purpose LCD display program, when you are interfacing LCD display with 8051, as I have shown early early slide, that particular diagram that you have to connect LCD for observing the display. So this way you can work out, and in embedded C very easily you can do these things. You can write a simple code and conversion also, and you can have your digitized data.